Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Keith. I'm kind of a music guy.
I'm Dustin. I'm here for the bourbon.
Ducati, Indianapolis.
Kind of a neat hat, right?
I'm like, why are you don't ride a Ducati? So I'm like, I remembered that you bought your Yama dog at a Ducati
Yama
dealership.
dog?
What?
It's an R1, man.
Woof. So, yeah, welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts.
It's a special night.
It is a special night for a couple of reasons. One, you guys probably can't tell, but Dustin went and bought some professional lighting.
I mean...
Now it's a real studio.
Don't say that.
She can't hear.
You going to tell them what your wife said?
I can hear you.
I think she called you a Kardashian.
No, she called you a Kardashian.
No, she did not. Nope.
You both Kardashians.
Ouch.
It hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah, all right.
I'm glad we got some emotional support back here. So what's the other reason?
Well, the other reason is a little less amusing.
True.
So,
A little deeper.
yeah, so as you guys are, I think, all aware, Toby Keith passed away a few days ago. And hopefully when this song drops, it'll still just have been a few days ago. We never know what will happen with YouTube. But we saw a ton of comments from you guys asking for us to react to some Toby Keith in his memory.
Yep.
You guys were not the only ones to feel that way.
True.
So my wife, who just called us Kardashians,
She's supporting the channel, so...
pretty much immediately said, I'm bribing you for some Toby Keith.
That happened.
It did. So we've got a bottle of something I've never...
Bondstone limited release Triple Oak.
Triple Oaked. That's a first for us.
We have been bribed for a tribute.
We have. And the song in this request is I Love This Bar.
Yep.
Now, we have listened, I went and looked to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
And so far we've done 5 Toby Keith songs. And I don't think there was a single one we did not like.
Agreed. That's true.
So, yeah, R.I.P. Toby Keith. Apparently a bunch of our viewers are going to really miss. So,
Spoiler alert. This won't be the only tribute that we record tonight. There's one more.
we're going to do 2 in a row
Yep.
for Toby Keith.
Yep.
And this is the first one. So let's check out I Love This Bar.
I told you to sell. Who do you think you are anyway? Yeah, you're fired. You were fired yesterday. Yeah, whatever. Hey, can I get a beer over here?
So we're setting the scene. You've got a yuppie in a cowboy bar.
Needs his ass kicked.
It's probably going to, in my experience, it's probably going to happen. But
I hope so.
We'll see.
You can catch your beer, dumbass. There's Toby.
Hey, guys. I'm sorry. All right, let's not do this, all right?
We got winners, we got losers, chain smokers and boozers, and we got yuppies,
There's one.
we got bikers, we've got thirsty hitchhikers, and the girls next door dress up like movie stars. I love this bar.
I've heard this.
Really?
Yeah, so I think I've mentioned on here that on the Marine Corps birthday almost every year, we, bunch of jarheads I served with, we all...
Crayon eating fools.
Yeah, we all get together.
They're not really fools, but...
And I've heard this song in the bar.
While you were there?
While I was there.
That's funny. I don't think I've heard this song, But I've
We
heard the
got
next one.
cowboys, we got truckers, broken-hearted fools and suckers, and we got hustlers, we got fighters, early birds and all-nighters, and the veterans talk about their battle scars.
I got shot in the buttocks.
I love this bar. I love this bar. It's my kind of place. Just walking through the front door puts a big smile on my face. It ain't too far. Come as you are. I love this bar. I've seen short skirts. We got high techs, blue-collared boys and rednecks. We got lovers, lots of lookers. I've even seen dancing girls and hookers. And we like to drink our beer from a mason jar.
Nothing wrong with that.
Usually not beer if it's in a mason jar.
True, but still.
I love this bar.
Love their chicken wire around the stage. Wrong bathroom.
I like my truck. And I like my girlfriend. I like to take her out.
That's the kind of look you get.
I like a movie now and then. But I love this bar. My kind of place. Just throw them around the dance floor. Puts a big smile on my face. No cover charge. Come as you are. I just love this old bar.
So I caught things in that I've never caught from him before.
What you got?
I started to hear his toolbox more.
He does this thing that I want to ask you about.
Okay.
So, and I've noticed this in several of his songs now, and not every artist does it, but there are a few that do, which is why I figure it probably has a name. So he's really good at like filler vocals.
Like pronouncing something like
No, like in between the lyrics, he's got a filler. Like he'll hum. He hummed in this one. He doesn't always hum, right? But he'll do something to fill that.
yeah.
between.
So I've heard like I'm not sure that I heard that. He probably did it. I think I remember him going like
Yeah,
you know, something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was hearing like I know the word for this. I don't even want to use it. But when you're pronouncing a vowel and you know like you're changing your tune while you're singing that vowel, he was using that a lot through there. And another thing he was doing was a lot of times at the end of a phrase, he would kind of, it's like the exact opposite of what James Hetfield would do with Metallica, right? So Metallica would say, blackened is the end, you know,
Yeah.
right? So what he
Kind of
would
like
do
palm mute it.
was, you know, he would sing a phrase like, you know, these are my lyrics, and then kind of like give this almost spoken word, but a little more volume, a little gravel in it. So I heard like him doing all kinds of little stuff like that I've never caught on before in the previous 5 songs we've listened to. And I'll tell you my overall impression of the song, like all through it. This is country Margaritaville. Because it just sets such a mellow,
Chill tunes.
pleasing vibe.
And when you're talking about a bar, like that's not
Not typical.
right. Exactly. That's what. Yeah.
Every other artist from glam rock to death metal and country, if they're talking about a bar, it's either a very upbeat or a very tense situation,
Correct.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why I
It
called
was
it
chill.
I called it Margaritaville. It was just an amazing chill vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that song.
That was a cool tune.
The music behind it, in my mind, was generic.
There were a few things in there that had some spice, but his voice carried the song. Obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even hear the music.
I did.
I did a little bit, but I'm like, that's distracting. Now I'm gonna listen to his voice again.
Well, and he also, again, in between verses, he would have that kind of filler
Yeah,
stuff that he was doing with his, like, I think this one he was humming.
yeah, that was a cool song, and it wasn't the music that made that song cool. It was Toby Keith.
And the vibe he set.
Yep.
He did the thing.
He did. He made you feel something.
That's right.
Yeah.
He made you feel chill. Like, man, almost.
People are throwing beer bottles at me, and I'm just gonna sit here and play my song.
He made the bar kind of feel like a home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like you belong there. That's cool. Cheers to Toby Keith. What do you think of that?
I'm getting. It's weird. It's changing every time I go back to the glass.
A little bit. The nose is
I didn't even.
phenomenal.
Oh, that is good.
It's got a really good nose.
So the phrase "triple oaked" is accurate.
It's got a lot.
So I've now had 3 pretty small drinks of this, and by the third one, I am just
Pounded.
pounded by oak.
Yeah. And it just kind of, it sits back there.
It's yeah, and you are not going to forget about the oak.
But it's like, it's, because you could have a campfire oak, right? This is like, it's just barrel oak.
Yeah,
Right? And
absolutely.
it's kind of mellow and a little pleasing to me.
Yeah, I'm not meaning for all that oak to be a bad thing. It's actually pretty damn good. What's weird is I was overpowered by a cinnamon bomb on my first sip.
I got a little cinnamon, and as it rolled into the finish for me, it went kind of honey before it went oak.
So I got all of that in the first sip.
Okay.
The second sip, all of that kind of muted, and the oak moved forward. My third sip, it was oak from start to finish.
It's still got that cinnamon in there, though. That cinnamon kind of carries it, too.
And cinnamon's back.
That cinnamon kind of floats right over the top of the oak.
Yep, it's back. For some reason, it wasn't there in the third drink. It was present in the first, second, and fourth.
So they call this triple oak because they so it says double oak Kentucky straight bourbon, whiskey finished, bourbon whiskey. Okay, I see what they did there. They have it on different lines. I'll read it the way they have it. Double oak Kentucky straight bourbon, whiskey finished with toasted oak staves. So they took a double oak bourbon, and then they finished it again with some more oak staves.
So that what happened is they aged it in a barrel.
This is batch number 1.
Ooh.
That's kind of cool.
So they aged it in a barrel. They poured it out of that barrel, put it in another barrel. Then they came back later and plunk, 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 dropped oak staves in it.
Yep.
Charred oak staves. Well, we don't know charred, but
Right.
they dropped oak staves in it and they aged it some more. Now, we have no idea what the duration is of all those things. But looking at that color,
Yeah, they don't tell me.
Chrissy's going to love that.
Yeah.
It probably was in barrels for a while.
Good chance. They don't tell me. There's no age statement on the bottle anywhere. It is a limited release. So this distinctive triple oaked aging process amplifies aromas and flavors full of sweet toffee.
No.
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 I might be able to mistake that honey for toffee. Warm oak.
Yeah. Truckloads.
Roasted vanilla.
Nah.
Maybe on the finish a little bit.
Not for me.
With hints of spice. There's the cinnamon.
And maybe a little something else, but that I couldn't name. That kind of hits in the mid.
See if I can get that bottle in there good.
Yeah, this is pretty good stuff.
Not bad. Thanks, Joanna. Appreciate you.
The more I go to that glass, the more I like it. That
better-
could be dangerous.
The better it gets.
Yep.
What proof you got?
You know, when I first sipped it, I went, my God, that's hot.
Uh-huh. I did the same thing. And then?
The second sip, it's not that bad.
Uh-huh.
The third sip, well, this is really smooth.
Right.
Fourth and fifth, it's kind of like, this is
I could drink this.
yeah. So I'm going to go about 98.
100.
It's 100 proof?
Right on the dot.
All right. So after the first drink, it starts tasting about its proof level.
True.
The first one, I warn you.
It tastes about 120. I'm not joking. That
really
first
did.
one, when it hits you, it's like, woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video,
Real quick.
Hmm.
Toby Keith's going to be missed. That was a good tune.
agreed. We've got another one coming, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
All right. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Drop down in the comments. Tell us what country music we need to check out. Tell us what North American whiskey we need to try, and we'll see you next time.
See you.